Hello, amazing subscribers, or welcome to those who may just have stumbled upon this video on YouTube. You are always welcome here, and thanks for watching. This summer, my ministry took me from Clarksville to Franklin, Tennessee, and we got a new house. On the right, you will see where my Lego area used to be. It was a shared space with some other things in our loft at our old house. And on the left, you will see that in our new house, I actually got my own room. Like I said, we got moved in the summer, and as I was unpacking everything, and you can tell in this room, I had a lot of Lego. In fact, when we first got everything moved in, I was like, I don't know that I'm ever going to get this area organized enough so that I can actually go in here and do things. I had so much, and I have sold some and given some away as gifts since then. And I'll talk a little bit more about that later in this video. But now that I had my own space, there was one thing I had always wanted to do, and that was to build my own table to put my Lego City on. And I was stoked to be able to do it. Had to run down to Home Depot, grab some wood after I had drawn out a few plans so that I could head back home and build this table that really I had always dreamed of. It was pretty exciting to be able to do this. Now, as exciting as it was for me to build my own table, it probably wouldn't be that exciting for me to show you all the details. So let's just work a little YouTube magic here and skip from this to the good stuff. That transition wasn't too bad, huh? Check that table out. And not only is it a great space to build on, you look at all that room I've got for fun storage underneath. That's right. Check this out. Here's all my city modulars that I moved and all wrapped up in bubble wrap. And check out that storage. Not only can I store stuff in those shelves, but also underneath the table. Because look at all this stuff. And the closet's already full, so I gotta have some place to store these things. Get them out of the way so I can walk around at least. And got my shelves hung back here. I love these. Let's see if we can work a little more YouTube magic here. And in the words of Cusco, boom, baby! You may notice this shelf from the split video in this video earlier, where I had it hanging up at my last house. It was meant for NASCAR figurines, but works great for Lego too. Now, here's where the plot thickens. We roll around to January, and I have decided that I kind of want to build some other things. And I'm going to downsize my city. That big table that I built, my city would have easily covered most of that. And if I got a few more modulars, it would be completely covered and I'd just be out of room. But I really want to build some pirate stuff. And I've got some fun ideas for a Star Wars mock that I want to do and some different things. And so I have decided to sell some of my modulars. And that means that I've got to take them off of these Mills plates. And in fact, I actually sold 5 of them pretty quick, some of my older ones. The Grand Emporium here was actually the first modular I bought, and we were actually living in a very small house at the time, so it went up into my closet because I wanted to one day build a city. But I've decided to part with some of these. Some of them I love more than others, and the ones I love the most I have kept. And you will see some of them here as I have kind of got my Lego room for the most part, finished and organized. There's the city I'm working on. If you look over there on the right, you'll see where I'll be able to build some other things. That's my D&D shelf. Love all my D&D books and all the Lego minifigures and pieces. You can see the figures in there that we use for Dungeons and Dragons. Me and my girls, we try to play once a month, and so that's all of our Dungeons and Dragons stuff. And here's that shelf from earlier. Like I said, it was meant for NASCAR figures, but works perfectly for Lego. There's some of my old Marvel Legends up there. I used to be a big Marvel Legends collector, but I've since sold a lot of those, and a few of them that I still had. My daughter, one of my daughters is playing with now and loves playing with those, which is great. So there's the table. It's still got the great storage underneath. I've organized a lot of that, and I've actually sold off a lot of things as I've gotten organized. My pins that I've collected over the years and some display pieces here, still kind of organizing some of that. I don't know if all those things will stay on all those shelves, but I love that cabinet from Amazon that closes on the front. And I've got my desk organized and ready to go. I love my IKEA desk. My wife suggested that and actually picked it up for me. She's beautiful, smart, and wonderful, and listening to me film this right now. And Oh no, Stripe, of course, is causing a scene there. Now he's set up. Now look, there he is, perfect. And just a display shelf. I'm hoping my daughter and I are getting to go to IKEA at the end of February. I'm hoping to get a taller shelf to go there. I'd like one of the tall white Billy shelves to go there. There's a little space adventurer there, and a couple of the modulars. I think I'm going to keep some of those, but not all of them. These are the ones for sure I am keeping. And why I've got so much space here is because there are several modulars that I haven't built in my closet that I want to add to this. I've got the Avengers Tower, I've got the Daily Bugle, I've got the police station, and so there's the firehouse back there. That's one of my all-time favorites. But going to be a much smaller area. As you can see, I've still got some junk to clean up, but overall, besides a few things from IKEA for organizational purposes that I still want to buy on my shelf, it's pretty much done. Besides hanging up maybe a few more things on the wall, it is the space I've always dreamed of and a perfect space. It's just the space that I've always wanted. And not only do I do Lego in here, but I also use it as an office during the week for ministry, writing sermons, classes, and taking phone calls and that type of thing. But overall, I'm just really excited to have this space that's all for my Lego. And I was excited to show it to you. And so thank you. If you stayed all the way to the end of this video, thank you for watching. If you are a subscriber, thank you. You are amazing. And I hope if you're not a subscriber, you will consider doing that. If you'd like to leave me a comment, I would love to chat with you. Till next time, keep building.